Hi, everybody. We're inside K-Rock in Kingston, Ontario, getting ready for the short dance event. I'm PJ Kwong, and I'm delighted to be joined by a couple of guests, namely world and Olympic champions Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir. Thank you so much for coming in to talk ice dance with us.
Oh, we're so happy to be here.
Say hi to our Bold fans.
Hi, Bold.
Hello.
Tessa, one quick housekeeping note. How are you feeling?
I'm doing really well. I'm excited to be here. I wish I was on the ice, but next best seat is next to you, PJ.
Oh, that's so nice. You know what? We're delighted to have you. So we're going to talk all about ice dance. We're getting ready for the short dance. The segments in ice dance competition have gone from 3 to 2 this year, and the short dance is a very interesting hybrid of between compulsory and original dance. So give me a little bit of feedback about what you think about it.
Well, just as you said, it's a great thing for us to go down to 2 events, so we're very happy about that. We're competing just like the pair skaters and the single skaters, just having 2, so that's great. We like how they brought in the compulsory dances and kind of just a little bit of that, and we think it's great. I think it's going to be great for ice dance in general.
What about you, Tessa?
Absolutely. I think what the judges are looking for is that ballroom feel translated onto the ice, and that's difficult to achieve, but what'll be interesting for the fans to watch for is everyone has the Golden Waltz, one pattern of the Golden Waltz, which was formerly a compulsory dance within their program. So people are skating to different music, so they'll have to kind of vary it a little bit and make it their own and make it unique.
So there are some required elements in the short dance, and if we take a quick look, we know that there's one pattern of the Golden Waltz, and then there's also a short lift, a midline not touching sequence, and a set of sequential twizzles. So what I thought might be kind of fun would be for us to take a look at a Golden Waltz, and we thought that maybe the world champions from 2010, oh wait, that's you guys, your Golden Waltz from the World Championships, because if you could walk us through some of the high points that the judges are looking for. Sure. There's quite a few on each side. The skaters can start with either step number 1 or step number 23, known as Golden Waltz 1 or 2. Here we go.
Well, I think what's interesting to mention, PJ, is that even though this is the Golden Waltz from compulsories last year, the judges are really looking at it technically, which is different from past. But through this part, they're really going to be looking to see how close the feet are together and how close the partners are together. You don't want any space.
And the girls really have to do a set of 3 turns on those walk-arounds. They have to do them properly.
One of the most difficult points of the dance is right here. The girl does a bracket and the boy does a mohawk, and those edges qualify for a level of difficulty 1 through 4.
I've also heard that the shoot the duck and the coupe are also a very important high point of the short dance, or the Golden Waltz section anyway.
There you're going to want to see the guy's straight legs on the spread eagle move. Here, when he dips her, coming up right now, he has to keep her level to the ice. Not a great angle there, but level to the ice, so she's going to want to be parallel.
Now, of course, we had 2 sequences of the Golden Waltz when it was competed as a compulsory dance. We thought it would be fun to look at the second sequence again. If you could highlight for us where step 1 of the dance is.
That was step 1 that just happened right there.
So skaters have the option in the short dance to start either at step 1
or step 23, right? I'll show you where that is.
That would be great.
Again, as Tessa said, neat feet right here is very important.
Now, for the lady, what is the most challenging part aside from the walk around? Do you find this difficult?
This is a very challenging part. I think just maintaining that waltz feel and that lightness while staying close to your partner. I mean, the dance actually is quite quick in rhythm. So maintaining that, all of that composure and getting the footwork is difficult.
And we already know that the Golden Waltz portion of the short dance has to be between 61 and 63 3-beat measures per minute, if I said that correctly. So now, you guys are waltz people, you're tango people, what are you?
I hope we're everything people, but this is a great compulsory dance because it's one of the newer ones. I think it really helps when it is a newer dance and we're not doing dances that were made in the 50s, so it's a lot more intricate and a lot more fun for the skater.
So when you were putting together your short dance, what are some of the challenges that all of the skaters and coaches were facing in trying to come up with short dance?
Well, it's a 3-minute program, and the Golden Waltz takes up about 1 minute of that time. You want to create an interesting and entertaining program and sort of blend the Golden Waltz pattern within the dance. And I think That's the biggest challenge because you have to take on your own program's characteristic. We can't just get stuck with doing the regular Golden Waltz movements. We have to sort of switch up the positions and make sure it really is in character.
So does it feel waltz-like to you as now as it's part of the short dance, or has it been taken completely out of context?
Well, I think the trick will be for the skaters to keep it really fluent. You're not going to want to notice that the Golden Waltz is coming up, but as I said earlier, the game has really changed. Just as the game changed for when single skating went to the new judging system, this compulsory dance is completely different because you have to execute the levels or else your points are going to be way down in the basement.
I've had lots of questions from fans about sequential twizzles. What is the key to doing them well?
Practice.
Just like anything.
Yeah, unfortunately or fortunately, twizzles are just one of those elements you have to get in your body. It has to become just part of the dance. It has to be muscle memory, and you have to get used to twizzling and focusing on your own steps while maintaining that close position to your partner.
And it is the maintaining of the close position in ice dance that is really key. I mean, that is what really defines it. Now, what about creating a lift for within the short dance? Did you find that was difficult? It's a 6-second or a short lift. Short lifts are typically one position. Am I right about that?
Usually, yeah. That's the challenge that we face with the short lifts is we don't have a lot of time, so it's got to be quick. And if it's going to be intricate and interesting, you have to kind of do a trick at the beginning or the end, so not leaving you a lot of time to do the actual level move.
That is absolutely outstanding. Thank you so much for letting us know all about the Golden Waltz. David Pelletier and I are going to be on deck looking for the short dance and watching all of the skaters, and it is an absolute honor to be beside Olympic and world champions Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir talking about ice dance. Thank you very much for coming, and we'll be back after this